Good morning, guys. I am right now in Goa, and as you can see, there are a lot of Royal Enfield bikes around me. And you know what? I have access to all of these. I can go and ride any of them I want. But I chose to ride this motorcycle, which is the Royal Enfield Classic 350 Redditch Blue. Now, the Redditch colors were launched last year. There are three of them available. One is the Redditch Blue, Redditch Green, and Redditch Red. Other than that, they have 5 other colors. And the design is very nice, very classic, very retro. Before I get on the motorcycle, let me just unlock the handlebar. That's done. As you can see, this bike looks very nice, and the Redditch colors are very nice indeed. In fact, they came up with new gunmetal colors, which gunmetal color, because the colors, one is for the 350, the other is for the 500, and right now that is the Himalayan, which has just started making a lot of noise. That's what the Enfields do, right? Make a lot of noise, but don't necessarily mean that they move. So you can see this exhaust is very long, and quality levels aren't that great. Fit finish could have been better, definitely. So right now, as I gear up, let me tell you quickly what really makes the Classic 350 work. In fact, this is a top selling Royal Enfield bike in the world. They sell almost 50,000 units every month. That's Classic 350 alone, and overall I think they sell 60 or 65,000 units. So the Classic 350 actually accounts for 80% plus sales of Royal Enfield. That's how popular this motorcycle is, and that's what's intrigued me to actually ride this when I had the option of riding all these other motorcycles, including the Classic 500. Nice tank, I like it. This is an inconvenient bit, this comes out in the hand. In fact, I'll just show you this. So when you open this, no, actually it has a hinge. I am pleasantly surprised. That's a nice bit. Some bikes like the Harley Davidson Street 750 actually come in the hands. I was assuming the same with this old lady, the Classic 350. The headlight isn't that strong. Actually I did not lock the steering last night, so it was already unlocked. So let me just unlock it because I'd locked it. So you can see the motorcycle looks decent. In fact, it looks very nice, but gets slim tires for a cruiser motorcycle. Now this is 120 section rear. Front is 90. So it could do with wider tires, but actually it doesn't need it. It has got these dual horns, twin spark 350 engine. Definitely it's a styling which makes it work. Retro charm, which people like to call it, but could have done with better fit, finish and quality. Like there's some inconsistent fit and finish, panel gaps and all these things. Not that it really bothers people, but if you're spending 1.5 lakh rupees, of course you should ask for more, both in terms of quality as well as reliability. So this is the motorcycle, and it's time to get riding this beast. Let's go. And headlights off. Here we go. So you can see that is the Himalayan, and I reviewed the BS4 version some time back, so the link to the review is over here somewhere on the top right this video. This is an old Enfield, seems to have a very small engine. So let me get out of here and then I shall start talking about this motorcycle. So the Royal Enfield Classic 350, well, why does it sell so much? I guess I know the answer. It is because the way it looks. I mean, people just buy it for the design itself. Very nice looking motorcycle, very retro-ish, nice charm. In fact, when Royal Enfield launched the Classic last decade, they didn't even know what they're getting into, that it's going to sell so much, so many units. It sells like crazy, and that's the reason you see a lot of these here, especially on Goa roads. Now the instrument cluster of this motorcycle is as basic can get. So you get a speedometer, you get an odometer, you get an app meter, you get a low fuel warning light, and you get a neutral indicator when the gear is in neutral. Well, that's about it. Nothing else do you get on this motorcycle. Nothing else, honestly, nothing else. There's no tachometer, there is no trip meter, and forget all the tech wizardry you get on KTM bikes. That will reach on Royal Enfield bikes by I think 2220 or something like that, after 100-200 years probably. But then Royal Enfield owners, riders and fans will argue that why do you need all these things? It's about the ride, and that's what I'm trying to understand today. So I'm just going to show you these Royal Enfields pass by and very bad modifications. Such powerful lights. Why are you flashing it on my fucking face in the day? I know you spend a lot of money on getting these lights, but that doesn't mean that you really have to put it on my face right now. So let me see if I can find a good road where I can just do 0 to, yeah, you heard me right, 60 kilometers per hour, because that's what this speed is this bike capable of. Yeah, baby. Woo. So much power. I already feel I'm flying, and it's just 60 kilometers per hour, and that's the vibrations for you. It makes you feel that you're going much faster than you actually are. So this motorcycle is actually powered by a 346cc air cooled 2-valve SOHC engine, okay, and it produces, hold your breath, 19.8 bhp of power at 5250 rpm and 28 newton meters of torque at 4000 rpm. Honestly, performance is very much lacking. This motorcycle just doesn't move. I kid you not, it just doesn't move. And to tell you exactly how less the performance is, I've put it in first gear and here we launch the bike. So there is the pull, there is the torque rush thanks to the 28 newton meters of torque, which comes down lower down in the rev range, gives it good amount of pump. Peak torque actually comes in at 4000 rpm, but there is good amount of low end punch. So it's a very punchy motorcycle to ride thanks to the torquiness of the engine. But other than that, the problem is that this torque rush, it gets subsided quite quickly. And the other problem which I feel is power. Now this is a powerful motorcycle, but unfortunately what happens is it's only powerful till 60 kilometers per hour, because that's kind of what is the best cruising speed on this motorcycle. It will do 100 kilometers per hour if you see a long stretch of road. Now when I reach 70 kilometers per hour, the vibrations are so much. I can feel it on the handlebar, I can feel it on my foot pegs, and it just makes you feel that, you know, why are you riding fast? Just drop accelerator, drop the throttle, and, you know, kind of chill. So that is the problem with the bike. It does vibrate a lot, which people tend to say is the feel of this motorcycle, and I kind of disagree with that. So the gearbox, it's a 5-speed unit. It's quite clunky. I mean, it has a lot of false neutrals, but let's go and launch this bike. Here we go. First gear, 45 kilometers per hour. Second gear, almost 80 kilometers per hour. And then I have a Mahindra Thar guy speed bombing me. In fact, there are so many vibrations. The needle is also, like, you know, not going smoothly. It's like, what are you doing with me, dude? And that's the kind of reaction it has. Now, the good part about this motorcycle is the ride quality. It is very good. In fact, it absorbs every bump in its ride with quite a lot of ease. And even though this motorcycle weighs 192 kgs, it is still quite easy to maneuver. I mean, you get used to it after some time of riding. So I'll just take a U-turn and show you how easy it is to maneuver. Right now, here we are. And I have come into first gear, but there's some traffic. Let that clear. So you get used to the weight very nicely. So, you know, kind of easy to maneuver this motorcycle. But in terms of handling, it's not that sure-footed. You do feel the weight, and there isn't much grip if you want to corner really hard. But honestly, it's a cruiser motorcycle. Why would you like to corner hard any which ways? The Continental GT is a bike for that. So I think I'll ride that as well today to give you guys a review vlog of it. And right now I'm riding this motorcycle in Goa. The weather is super pleasant and I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot. It is indeed very much fun. I know, right? Like 60 kilometers per hour is nothing, and all you have seen on the speedometer 60 kilometers per hour, but it just doesn't go above that. It hesitates so much to go above that. So in terms of city performance, it's great because you're not going to ride above 60 kilometers per hour in the city. But if you want to ride on the highway, I think the Classic 500 would make much more sense, or probably the Interceptor 652. Here we go. So it's never about, you know, how fast you're going or anything. It's just about the ride, because there's nothing to look at the instrument cluster. You're just looking ahead, front. Okay, what's happening? Nice weather. Okay, nice girls here in Goa and stuff like that. But if you're the kind of person who really likes, to be one with the bike and not with nature, then probably you won't like this motorcycle that much. Royal Enfield says the USP of this motorcycle is the ease of use, and I kind of agree. It's very easy to use, but problem is that maintaining it isn't that easy, because it does tend to have a lot of issues, because reliability is by far not the best in the segment. Braking performance too could have been better. Like at low speed it's fine, the front does bite well, it has a front disc, and rear has a 153mm drum. What year are we in? Wait a second, aren't we in like 2017? Okay, I know they have given an option of a rear disc, but the problem here is that a rear disc shouldn't be an option. It should be standard on a motorcycle which costs this much. So the Classic 350 actually costs rupees, hold your breath, 1.5 lakhs on road, which is a lot of money. Okay, which is a lot of money for this kind of performance. I mean, honestly, the performance is as much as a Splendor, but the design is, say, Harley Davidson level. So this is what you get when you mix styling of a Harley Davidson with the performance of a Splendor. Oh nice, I like that Mercedes. The thump, I didn't speak about the thump. The thump is nice, it's fun, you get used to it, you enjoy it, especially if your helmet has good amount of sound deadening. However, you will have a definite problem if you are outside, because when you're outside you don't want to listen to the noise. It's kind of irritating. If you're riding the bike you enjoy it, but just for your enjoyment, why would you want to put other people's ears at inconvenience? That's kind of unfair, right? Totally. Considering how difficult it can get to shift gears and how many false neutrals this bike has, it would have been nice if it had a gear position indicator. And this Activa guy let me pass. That's sweet of him. So to conclude, what would I say about the Classic 350? Well, honestly, I'll say it's a very nice motorcycle if you're not into motorcycling. You're just into traveling, you're into nature, you just want to go out and have fun. You really don't care much about speed, cornering, or anything of that sort. However, Royal Enfield should offer ABS at least as an option. Of course, disc brake shouldn't be an option, it should be standard. But the pricing of this motorcycle makes me question, why would anyone, or at least 50,000 people, go ahead and buy this every month? For this price, you definitely deserve more. I mean, yes, because there's demand, Royal Enfield can get away with the pricing, but for this price we expect more. I definitely expect a standard rear disc. In fact, at this price I expect at least ABS as standard. The engine should be better in terms of NVH. The vibrations shouldn't be so much, although they call these vibrations the feel. However, when they are launching the Interceptor 650 and the 650 Twins, they're saying that the vibrations are curtailed and stuff like that. So if it's the feel, why are you curtailing the vibrations? Well, hypocrisy, right? Problem is that on the highway there's not much punch. So when you're overtaking, you're like, okay, give me the power, and the bike is like, fuck you, I don't have any. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Classic 350. In no way do I say that this bike is bad. All I'm saying is that all you Royal Enfield lovers, riders, owners, just leave a comment below and tell me that why do you buy this motorcycle. Please don't tell me it's metal, okay? Because that's no reason to justify spending rupees 1.5 lakhs. You might as well get the V15, which is also as metal can be, because it is made from the steel of the INS Vikrant. So metal is not a fair argument. Look at that rider come. Sweet. My basic argument here is simple, that Royal Enfield will not be able to get away by giving you inferior stuff if you, the consumer, ask for more. If you are accepting whatever they are giving you at whatever price, then they'll continue to do that. That's typical business mentality. Who wouldn't do that, right? If something is selling, why would they actually reduce prices or give more features? It's the typical case of, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Every time I come to a corner, I wonder whether this will go through at this speed, or I need to curtail the speed, because it's not the best handling motorcycle. But I really do enjoy the feel. I really enjoy the feel. I am telling you that the feel of the Royal Enfield bikes are very nice. It makes you feel different. It makes you feel like, oh, fuck you, motorcycle, I'm just using you as a tool to explore nature, or travel, go to places, because I am least concerned with what the motorcycle is doing. I'm upshifting gears, using the gear position indicator, which is positioned on the throttle. And when I say the throttle gear position indicator, I mean when the engine feels that it's time to change a gear, it vibrates a lot. It sends so many vibrations to your right hand, to the wrist, that you're like, okay fine, I'm changing gears, please hold on there, please just let the clutch be there with me, let the gearbox be there with me, I'll just change gears, please cooperate, thank you. Anyways guys, I know I do talk a lot of rubbish sometimes, especially I get emotionally carried away when I'm riding a Royal Enfield motorcycle, because I honestly love these machines. They're just amazing. Only thing which could have been better is the engine, the chassis, the brakes, the handling. Yeah, I guess I said it all. So if you like this video, you know what you have to do. Give it the thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. You know, as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. I said bye bye and I hit a bump, so that didn't come out well. So once again, bye bye.